Hey everyone, welcome to another little quiz. We're playing a mage here, and their first secret came from a mad scientist, and now they just played their second secret. Now this toad here has Velen's Chosen on it. So the question is, what should we do here? It's a very important question because most secrets are hard to get a grip on. It takes a while to kind of understand exactly how to play against them. You have to know what they all are, which are the most common ones. Now, first thing, pause your video, by the way, while you try to figure out your plan here. Alright, so the first play is obvious. One of their most common secrets is Mirror Entity, which means when you play a minion, that minion is going to also appear for them. So we have this 2-drop, which is not a great 2-drop. It's a 1/2, which means it's under, like we play it, it's not a great minion, but we get a death rattle effect from it, this Museum Curator. And that death rattle, I'm sorry, not a death rattle, we get a discover. We discover a minion with death rattle, which is a great thing. Meanwhile, if it's Mirror Entity, they're going to have a 1/2. So that's actually what I did. So let's just fast forward a little bit. So I played it, I picked Sylvanas. I don't know why I was thinking here. I definitely picked Sylvanas. Alright. And they did get a 1/2. Now is question 2. What do I do? Sorry about this Museum Curator that's popped up here. What's the second half of my play? Now clearly the only thing I can do now is heal something. But should I attack the hero? Should I attack the Ironbeak Owl? Or should I attack the Museum Curator? Which would you choose? Pause your video again and figure it out. Alright, so this is actually pretty important because what's the second most common secret that you're going to see from a mage? It's actually duplicate, in my opinion, or maybe even, I think it's the second most common behind Mirror Entity, but they're both pretty common. So whatever we kill is going to come back to life in their hand twice, and we have to make a decision. Do we want them to have 2 Ironbeak Owls, or do we want them to have 2 Museum Curators? Now, first we look at our hand. We look at a Sylvanas. We look at a Cavalier Raider. These are cards that are likely to be affected by the Ironbeak Owl. The owl silences them. Okay, whatever. However, the Museum Curator is also very strong. It gives them a nice card advantage, and these death rattle cards are strong. I mean, Sylvanas comes a lot. Sylvanas is a strong card. There's a lot of cards like that that really make your life difficult. So we have to decide which one to kill. Which one do we want them to duplicate if they have it? And maybe they won't have it, but we still have to act as though they do and make our decision based on that, and if they don't have it, then we're happy, I guess. What I chose in the end was I chose to give them 2 owls for a few reasons. Number one, I feel like giving them this Museum Curator, and later in the game they just keep getting 2 Death Rattle cards, like they get Sledge Belchers and Sylvanas Windrunners, and yeah, like it's annoying that these owls are going to keep silencing our guys, but I felt like a few things were going to happen. I felt like in a lot of cases, we're going to kill the 2/1, we're going to heal our huge toad, it's going to go back to a 5/4. A lot of the time, they're just going to bring out one of those owls and silence our huge toad, make it back into a 3/2. And then they only have 1 owl left. And we have Sylvanas, we have Cavalier Raider. We're gonna bring out those owls. They're gonna silence some of our guys, but at least he's not gonna constantly get cards. I just didn't like the idea of him getting a bunch of big cards. I thought it was more concerning. And I know that the overall value of the Museum Curator as a general card is better than the Ironbeak Owl. Now, the value of the Ironbeak Owl, maybe it improves a little bit as the game goes on, because it's a really bad turn 2 play, whereas a Museum Curator is like at least a passable turn 2 play. But like playing a 2/1 and you don't silence anything is actually like really bad. So that's the reason why it's much worse, is because it has no early game value. But I still felt like the Museum Curator is a better card, and I didn't I didn't want him to have 2 of those in his hand, just grabbing all these extra cards, and just like, I thought things could spiral out of control pretty quickly if that happened. So I killed the owl. It was duplicate. He did get 2 owls. He actually did silence my toad next turn, and then I lured him into silencing my Cavalier Raider at one point, and then I had other good cards that just made his life a nightmare. I think I got a Piloted Shredder, I think, maybe, and he silenced that. It's just like, I won the game pretty handily after that. But that's just how how I broke down this situation. If you're not super experienced with secrets and all this crap, it's like, it's not easy to figure out what to do. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.